Hey y'all, it's a girl Nanya, and today I am back with another video. So I am going to be talking today about the different paths that you can use to be able to like come to the US / migrate to the US legally. But before I get into that video, please subscribe. Like, you guys, you watch my videos, you always come back, but you don't subscribe, and I'm like, don't you want me to grow? Yeah, so guys, please subscribe, and also please subscribe to my newsletter, because in my newsletter I send out stories bi-weekly telling you how my week went, and it basically talks about, like, again, life in the US as an immigrant and the things that I personally experienced here. So it's also kind of like a way to, I guess, be closer to me if you so wish. And also, of course, follow like my Instagram and join the Telegram group if you want, and all of that. So you can use to migrate to the US is through the student visa. Now, for the student visa, like, that one is not like, your intention is not to migrate to the US to stay permanently. Your intention is to go there and school. So this is most important, especially for when you are like doing your visa interview with the consulate, because if the consulate gets a whim that you want to, like, you know, stay back in the US after your studies, then of course you're not going to be granted the visa. But that is one way to migrate legally. And then if you have student visa, which is like your F1 visa, you can from there like do your OPT. From your OPT you get your H1B, and your company will usually file your green card for you through your H1. So it's kind of like a legal way also. I mean, it's more expensive, and it also like takes more time, because like, say you school for like 4 years, and then maybe you have to work for like 3 years for your PT before you get your H1B and all of that. So it kind of like takes time. That one may even take up to 10 years before you are able to get your green card, but it's a legal way for you to be able to come to the US. The second way for you to be able to come to the US is through the green card. So there's the family-based green card. That one is the most common one. That's the one that, like, you know, you and your family, you apply for the permanent residency, and you get like replies in, honestly, it takes at least 20 years, and the whole family migrates. I have a friend, like, we're super close. We went to the same middle school, like, we're so close. So I remember that when we were in middle school, and when I say middle school, I think that was like JS1. If you're Nigerian, yes, you know what I'm talking about. That was like our JS1, right? We were in JS1, we were like 10 years, right? When she told me, like, she was like, oh, that she and her family had applied for US, and they were going to be moving to the US very soon, right? I remember then I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna miss you so much. And I think they had applied then like 5 years ago, like 5 years before, right? They didn't move till, I think it was 2018. She was actually telling me that her whole family forgot about the application until one day they just came back, and their dad was like, oh, they got the family-based green card, and they're all moving to the US. And everybody was like, what? Now me and this girl, we're like in our 20s right now, and she told me this when we're like 10 years. So, and they had already applied, I think, like 5 years before then or so. So that's also another thing, like, that's another way to migrate to the US, but of course that one also takes a very long time. There are other types of green card. There's like, I think, the religious based green card. That one is usually like if you're like a leader of a church, or if you're working in a church, I believe. There's also the one that is called long time based green card. That's if you've been living in the US for the past at least 40 years, I think it's like since 1972, if you've been living in the US since 1972. So there's also that one. So that's kind of like the type of green cards that you can use to migrate to the US. Now the next one is the diversity lottery. So the diversity lottery, I believe the US gives green card to for diversity lottery, I think 50,000 green cards every year, right, for people to be able to migrate to the US. The thing now is Nigerians are not qualified for this, because there are so many Nigerians. The diversity lottery is for like the countries where there are not a lot of people in the US. So if you're lucky in your country, you know, you can get into the diversity lottery. Because I remember my brother sent that to me, and I was gonna apply for it, and then I looked, it was like Nigerians. I was like, oh my god, like, that was sad. That was sad because, like, yeah, I was gonna apply for that. But anyway, so if your country is one of the countries that are still allowed to apply for diversity lottery, you can also apply for that and be able to come to the US through that way. Then the next way that you can be able to come to the US is through work visa. So this is also another common route apart from like the student visa. This is also another common route that I know that people use, which is the H1B. So student route is that you can do your F1 visa, like from your F1 visa you do your OPT and then you get H1B, right? But if you're coming through the work visa itself, that means you're coming in through the H1B visa, not through the F1 visa. I don't know if that makes sense, guys. So if you're using the H1B visa, you're coming in through the work visa. The H1B visa lasts 6 years. Technically it lasts, they give you 3 years first and then you have to renew it if you want to, and then you get another 3 years, that's 6 years, and then usually during that time your company is going to be applying for green card for you, so you're able to get that green card and then like become a legal permanent resident. And then finally, guys, the last way that you can be able to come to the US, which I mean, I don't think anyone here is gonna be like, if you're watching my videos, I don't think you're gonna be able to use that route, but of course it's a route through like investor like visa. If you're able to come here and invest in the US, I believe $500,000, you would be able to migrate to the US. So yeah, guys, these are the ways for you to be able to migrate to the US. I hope this video helps. A lot of people that I know, so many people that I know, they came through student visa. Then I have few friends that came through family green card, and I also have few friends that came through H1B. So oh yes, there's also another one which is the asylum, but that one is usually for like war-torn countries and like if you know your life is in danger in your country and all of that. So I hope this video helps you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. You guys know the drill, and I will see you guys in another video. Look at me, fine girl.